So obviously the CTICC expansion came because we realized that 22 billion rands worth of business was generated from the CTICC 1. So we've invested in it. This year it'll be opening, double the size, and we'll be trying to really hunt in a very new space, a much smaller pool of competitors, but it really does take us to a different level from a conferencing and conventions hosting point of view. And of course, yeah, can we host some of the biggest events globally? I'm pretty sure that we can, because remember, it's not only about CTICC 1 and 2, we linked to Artscape, we've got the cruise line terminal now just across the way, we've got all the hotels sort of surrounding us and 3 new ones coming up as we speak, and then it links straight through the waterfront to the stadium. So I think the total package offering allows us to probably bid for some of the biggest conferences in the world. I mean, I think that if I look at the incubators and I look at our universities to start with, I look at those hubs that are starting up, that global investment is coming into. I do believe that, and what Silicon Cape are doing, I believe that our role in the fourth industrial revolution is becoming far more prominent. This southern tip of Africa has got a big role to play in the future economy of the world. And that's why I'm really, really interested in disruption. And while we're talking about conference spaces, I want to host this year the start of enabling the disruptive economy. How do we get regulators in the room alongside disruptors and traditional businesses? So for example, we're here at a tourism conference. At the moment in Cape Town, we've got real traditional tourism. We've got hotels being invested in, both in the city and outside of the city. But at the same time, we've got Airbnb gone in the last 3 months from 16 to 17,500 properties. We're not seeing the clash here, but it's going to come as the disruption starts clashing with the traditional. How do we create the environment that enables disruption and economic growth in general? And that's what I'm really interested in. And I think from my own personal experience in visiting some of the business tourism promotion shows, we really do have an amazing offering, and we're going to be actually trying to up our game in marketing business tourism over the next while. So I believe that cycling is a big driver in the economy in general, and you've got different facets of it. You've got modal shift daily commuters on bicycles. That means we've got to have safer roads, so we've got a whole program on how do we have safer roads. We're the first region to pass a law that says you can't pass a bicycle within 1 meter. Then we've got events, major events. We host the biggest timed cycle race in the world still here in Cape Town, and of course we host the Tour de France of mountain biking, the Epic, which is now a global company which is rolling out epics around the world, but this is seen as the pinnacle and the main event. So event tourism, event cycling tourism is really big. I believe it's worth more than 1.5 billion rand to our economy. And then of course now we bring in the tourism component. Part of that is tourism, but it's also about locals taking part in events. And we will be launching next month the Plettenberg Bay to Cape Town Cross Cape cycle route, the first route that we will be marketing as an off-the-beaten track, join local little villages in a year-round cycle route to travel. And once that's up and running, we'll look at other regions of the province to launch these routes. So definitely, it's a big change in the economy around cycling. It's something we're training mechanics. We're training or creating opportunity for tourism businesses to open in the cycling industry.